Hey, this is Reddit Stories. I am reading stuff. Today we will be continuing with r/pettyrevenge. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Now sit back and enjoy the stories. You forgot your burrito. 10 years ago or so, I was camping with friends outside Fruta Co. The day after a long night of drinking and bad sleep, I was trying to grab a nap in my tent. A friend of mine thought it would be funny to throw a leftover burrito from previous night's dinner at my tent repeatedly, giggling every time I cursed him for doing it. Finally, I had to give up on the nap and go the hair of the dog route instead. The next day the trip was over and we all headed home. Cue petty revenge. While my friend wasn't looking, I placed said burrito quietly in his glove box. Now this was middle of summer, friend lives in Denver where daytime highs in the 90s. 2 weeks later I get call from friend who, after cleaning his entire car and looking for dead animals in his engine, finally opened his glove box to foulness I can't imagine. And the best part is the second he saw it, he knew who put it there and that he deserved the hell out of it. Sometimes revenge is best served hot and fetid. If you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to help us make more videos. Hey, they took our money. When I was in 7th grade, my buddy and I got dropped off at the movie theater. We got there pretty early before the movie started and decided to kill some time at the arcade next door to the theater. We were meeting some other friends there to see the movie, so my buddy decided to call our friends to let them know we were next door to the theater. As my buddy pulls his cell phone out of his pocket, he drops $10 on the floor. Before he could start to bend over to pick it up, some older kids grabbed it knowing that it was my buddy's and wouldn't give it back. Not wanting any confrontation, my buddy lets it slide and accepts that these kids stole his money. About 10 minutes later, these kids unplugged the game we were playing and knocked our sodas on the ground. We had enough. We then walked outside to see if our friends we were meeting up with have arrived yet, and that's when we saw the older kids. They were parking their bikes in front of McDonald's. Without hesitation, my buddy and I stole their bikes and donated them to the Salvation Army across the street. The look of anger when they saw their bikes were stolen was more than worth the $10 my buddy lost. Won't give me a job with my new degree, no problem. Not sure if this fits here, but it's kind of funny as a pathetic way. My wife worked as a nurse's aide in a hospital. While she was working there, she was in nursing school to get her associates in RN. Just after she graduated, she spoke to the head of her department. She asked if she would be able to get a nursing job there. This obviously makes sense as she is familiar with the department, knows the computers etc., and would only need minimum training. The director basically responded, "Do you have a BSN?" which she was just finished with her associates. The director then said, "Then you have nothing to offer us." 2 weeks later she got a job at another hospital and left the original one. Here is where the petty revenge kicks in. The hospital she worked in as a nurse's aide paid for her 2 years of nursing school in full. She didn't even have to pay for books. I told her in her resignation letter she should thank them for paying about $15,000 in tuition for her to go to another hospital. Edit, this was 4 years ago, and yes, she has her BSN now, which gave her a whopping 50 cents an hour raise. There was no contract, no repayment bill sent to us. The hospital was an independent hospital and was since taken over by a large network, which now hires associates and gives them 5 years to get their BSN. Won't let me merge? Okay buddy. This happened yesterday on my way home from work. I live in a city with terrible traffic, one of the worst in the world. I was almost home on a major street in bumper-to-bumper traffic. Up ahead there were workers fixing the road and a bunch of flashing light and arrows signifying the lane was closed. Everyone had to merge on the left lane right before the next traffic light. Now everyone in front of me one by one merged into the left lane in a you go I go rotation with the cars already in that lane. Until it got to be my turn. The car in front of me merged left. It was now the person next to me turned to drive forward as I merged behind him. However, the guy behind him kept inching up onto his bumper, making it impossible for me to merge. He knew what he was doing, his lack of common decency was outstanding. So I sped up in my lane and was able to get in front of the guy who was initially next to me. Then the line kept moving, getting ever closer to the merger. Then it happened, the guy who was now behind me made a left turn. and bumper humper was now directly behind me. When I saw that, I hit my brakes and proceeded to let the next 5 cars from the right lanes merge in front of me. This is bumper-to-bumper traffic, so we're talking an extra 10 minutes thrown on top of commute time. He knew he had been defeated. I didn't mind the extra 10 minutes anyway. Hit the subscribe button for more daily Reddit content and press the bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, it really does help the channel. If you have any ideas, suggestions, let us know in the comment section. See you in the next one.